This is the state of our entire Mumbai city. I mean, the city is changing. Every street, every other place is dug up. I don't have a lot of strong opinions, but I don't like it. Maybe it's for the betterment and stuff. I just don't understand it. And I don't know if the places I grew up loving might stay the same in next 5-10 years. So today I'm just gonna document myself being there as the way I love it. Before, I don't know what happens to them.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done.
It's been 13 years since I left this place, and it's still almost identical. Until
This was the exact place. I recently got to know the place is being demolished to make a new high-rise building, and I thought this is my final opportunity to take a one and only shot of the place where my journey in Mumbai began, and that's why we are here.
With you and I, the future is bright.
this house is not just special to me, it represents an entire community. Community that comes to Mumbai with a dream. And you know what's special about these small societies? They welcome you with open arms. I mean, take an example of this gentleman. He currently stays in the flat where we used to stay, and just seeing me shoot, welcomed me in his house and kind of shared his own story of living here. Offered me some cashews, and that's how simple it was to make friends here. And you know what? That's what leads to my second destination. It's not just a place, it's actually a mode of transport. A mode of transport every Mumbaikers used for last I don't know how many years. And a mode of transport that sadly has seen its last days. I'm talking about none other than
Is the iconic Kali Pili Fiat of Mumbai. Unfortunately, they can no longer legally operate on roads, but have been a very memorable part for each and every person who has been in Mumbai for last at least 10 to 20 years. And this was the only way to travel wherever you go. But as you can see, now they have been just restricted to either be parked or used in movies and films, that too not for more than 1 or 2 years. That's why this could not be skipped and has to be in the list of iconic places in Mumbai that definitely needs to be documented. After the Kali Pili, we are headed to the third location. This is not just iconic to me, but almost whole of Mumbai. I mean, if you take at the scale of this, 550 of these existed in 1980s, but today only 25 are left. That tells you how special this is. I'm talking about none other than the Irani cafes. These have been a staple for not only me but majority of the Mumbai for their breakfast, and that's where we're headed today. The reason for the decline is these businesses were usually passed on from generation to generation, but a lot of the new generation are probably interested in something else. And the increase in high rentals has made them difficult to survive because of their low serving cost. But they are iconic and they have served Mumbai for more than 80 years. So, again, a must have in the record books, right?
And you know a very special thing about this place? It's still run by a two-man team who sits at the desk and trusts that you pay the right amount with no bill or no track of what you eat.
You know, before we move on to the final spot of the video, I realized one thing. Mumbai isn't just special because of these places. It's the people that add that final flair to it. You know, the innate helping nature of these people, be it the random strange gentleman who I had no prior connection to, but invited me to his house, offered me cashews, water, and struck a conversation with me. I mean, I don't know where else would anyone do that. Plus the taxi driver who had nothing to benefit from it, but spent almost 1.5 hours to 2 hours trying to fix that cab, procure a battery, fix those wirings, just so that I could get one final shot of that cab strolling down that street. And I hope this is the one thing that never changes about this city, because that is what made me fall in love with the city, and I hope this is here to stay. But with that said, let's move on to our final spot of the video. So, the last spot for this video is right over there. But why this spot is so special for me? Behind me is Marine Drive, but I never like sitting there. Never have, never will. But the spot where I used to sit is pretty special. And what made this even special was this National Center of Performing Arts over here and Tata Theatre right here, which was basically the hub, the adda for us to either watch stand-up comedy, watch theatre, watch our favorite plays. And this was the spot that I personally used to always sit because it was never crowded. It is still never crowded. Everyone sits right over there, and that's why the spot is special. But sadly, they're barricading this entire thing because the frequency of theatre has reduced and people taking ill advantage of all this has become more and more prominent. Thankfully, because of this video, I could document my favorite spots in Mumbai, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. And if you guys don't know, you can come and visit that spot by the time they are still accessible.